everyone, welcome to Thoughts of Treasures. It's Connie. How is everybody doing tonight? Well, or today, actually, it's not nighttime yet. Almost. Well, 5 o'clock is considered that. How is everybody doing on this awesome Wednesday? If you're watching this and you don't see that little red live button at the top of the screen, you are watching replay. Hashtag replay. Let me know that you were here. If you do see that little red live button, we are live now, so come on in. Let's get crafty. I am just going to get myself, we are in an event, so I'm just going to get myself where I need to be so that everybody can find all the goodness happening. Just give me a second. I came on a few seconds early. Loretta is finishing up. She was before me. So I'm going to get out here where I need to be, and then I'm going to pull myself up onto the computer. You know, we just got to do what we got to do around here. I'm going to tell you how it goes. All right, that should be good with that. Now let me get pulled this way. You guys are popping on, say hey. I know Loretta is just finishing up. She still has a minute or so, but that's okay. All is good. We get ourselves, let me refresh this. Get ourselves pulled up. I do have the timer going, so we're still going to pick our little wieners throughout the day, or throughout my time. If you guys are new to my page, I want to say welcome, welcome, hashtag new. Let me know that you guys are new. It's awesome that you guys would be here. If you want to follow, I really appreciate it. Follows are always free. All right, let me get this pulled up here. Hold on. Y'all know I'm a slow crafter, so you know I can take the littlest project and we could take it into 2 hours if need be, but you know we don't have 2 hours tonight, so I did pick something small, but that does not mean that in any way, shape, or form that I'll be done in 15 minutes, because it just doesn't happen that way. Besides, I like to talk to you all. That's the fun part of it. So, all right. Hey, Dana, how are you? And Mary, and Nay, and Celeste. Guys, if you sprinkler spread, I am going to go back and get you all. Why is that moving? It's not supposed to. And Mary, and Elizabeth, and Lucille. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, if you sprinkler spread, touch that heart emoji down there. I'm going to get you. If you guys are new to my page, welcome. My name's Connie. This is Thoughts of Treasures. I'm one half of it. The other half is Ross. He's usually behind the scenes, though. Maybe one of these days I'll get him coming on here and, you know, reading comments or conversing. And he's very shy. He doesn't like it. There's Sherry, who is from Sherry's Artisanal Shop. She is up after me. Hey, girlfriend. Hey. And there's Joanne Sprinkle. Thank you, thank you. Guys, if you sprinkler spread, you will be entered into my, not into the buzzer giveaway, entered into my giveaway. Colleen, thank you, my friend. We draw 4 names every Monday for Happy Mail, and then I have a buzzer that goes off randomly 5 to 15 minutes while I'm live the entire time. If it's an hour, 2 hours, whatever the case be, I have it go off. When it goes off, whoever's name is at the top of the screen gets an entry in. I draw 4 names on the 1st of every month. Hey, Miss Debbie, how are you? And there's Amanda and Mary Beth. Welcome, welcome. And if anybody is new, if you see GGs floating around, like I said, I have that buzzer that goes off. I do not ever force anybody to talk on here. I don't ever force anybody to, you know, do something that they don't want to do. But in order to get into the buzzer giveaway, you have to be the comment up there. So you can throw the GGs, the reds, the XOXOs, and we do that because they're fun. On your end of the screen, you're going to see little fist bumps come up, little hearts that explode, you know, different, oh, I shouldn't say that word. Little hearts that come up, if they work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I do want to tell you guys, just be careful, be careful, be careful. Don't keep saying GG. We're not winning cars on here. Jan says hashtag new. Jan, you keeping it real, girlfriend. So hashtag new, you can also get into the buzzer giveaway and get a free entry in. So on that note, like I said, Facebook, if you hit it too much fast and all that stuff, Facebook will put you into lockdown. So don't do that. Just casually switch them up, you know. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with comments. But anyway, let me get started. I do want to tell you we are in an event today. I'm going to go over that real quick because, you know, I like to waste time. We like to talk on here and have a good time. So our lineup today was at noontime. Miss Janet from I'm telling you, the Nanny's Nook Crafts was started off our event. She had the cutest little kitties with her. She is a nanny. That's why. Hence the page. Then we had Robin from Zimmy's Simple Designs. Then Jan was on from Fine Again Finds 2. We had Pam, which is the first time that I've seen her. Let me just tell you, she's a fake baker. Not that she's fake. She's a fake baker. And she made the cutest little watermelon cups. Little slushies, little, you know. I wanted to eat it. I'm just going to let you know. I love watermelon flavored items, but I'm not a huge icy person. But, oh my gosh, they look so real and they look so good. Then, of course, we just had on Miss Loretta from Handmade Love by Loretta. What is wrong with me? Handmade Love with... Stop. Handmade with Love by Loretta. Good Lord, I don't know why I can't get that out. Loretta, I apologize. Then, of course, me. And then up after me is Sherry with Sherry's Artisanal Shop. Then we have at 7 p.m. LT Designs. I'm not sure which one. One of her kids usually comes on. I'm not sure who it is. I haven't seen Leslie all day to ask. Then at 8 p.m. we have Armenta Originals, Miss Dana. And then at 9 p.m. we have Soulcraft, who is ending our event for the night. So we still got some... Oh, and wait, let me get back. Hurry. Wait a minute. We have Mary Tayo. Okay, Mary is the first one in. That is the buzzer if you are new. So, all right, let's get started. How are you guys doing? Are we having an awesome Wednesday? I'm going to be doing, okay, if you guys don't know and they're not familiar with me, I do a lot with the Cricut. I do a lot with the Glowforge. Love wood signs, love wood anything. We're going to make a little shelf sitter. And I've debated 15 times whether to go this way, whether to go this way. But I was kind of thinking, you know, this way you'd have to use it as a leaner. It does stand, but, you know, it's kind of, this way it's like less chance of it falling. So I said, finally, after... I don't know. Let me bang it a couple more times. It might irritate you. Kathy! First timer, Jerry, welcome. I hope you will follow. Please follow. Guys, follows are free and they help our page out. I'm still growing. I know we're all still growing. I'm going to keep calling myself a smaller page forever. Okay? I can have 50,000 people, I'm still going to say I'm a small page. And the Southern Smile Crafts, I just followed you. I go live on my Thoughts of Treasures page, and I follow on my Connie page. So I'll see follows come up here. So you may get a follow from Thoughts of Treasures later, but if you just got a follow from Connie, that is me. All right, so yeah, I went back and forth many times whether I wanted to design it this way or this way. And I finally came up with this way. I didn't know where. Sometimes you can understand. I just go with the flow. I come up with an idea, and then I don't know. It may change midway through the whole thing because you all are bad influences on me. But this saying says, "Family is not important. Is not. Oh, let me write that. Let me say, family is not an important thing. It is everything. Okay. And yes, my N is missing. And it is right here, and we'll put it on after, so don't look at that. Don't look at that, boo-boo. I don't know if you can see it. But we did this, I did this in white Cricut vinyl, or not Cricut vinyl, Starcraft vinyl. Hello from the UK. Thank you, Ann. I hope you will follow. Oh, thank you, Sheila, for following. Awesome. I appreciate anybody that is new. Like I said, I do a lot with the Cricut. I do a lot with the Glowforge. I combine the two. I do other things too, but, you know, that's, you know, when you're in your, as you can see up there, all those signs and stuff, that's me. That's what I do. I am on the computer, Celeste, so that's probably why. Usually if I'm just watching my phone, I just kind of look and see what's going on, and then I'll copy names down, and I'll go back and follow that way too. All right, so what I'm going to do is open this paint first. My plan is, I'm going to paint this, and I'm going to paint the whole entire thing white. But I'm going to go back, and I'm going to put, because I only want part of this to be white, and then I want the rest of it to be gray. So, but I want like a strip down. So it'd be easier to paint the whole thing white, get everything white, and then just go back and put the gray. Because, you know, putting white over gray is just backwards. Thank you, Paula. Yep, if you guys sprinkle or spread, I promise I'm going to go back and get you guys after the live is over. And look at this. What are these? Stalagmites? Stalactites go from the top down. Stalagmites go from the bottom up. Well, we got glue stalagmites. Stalagmites? Stalagmites. So, thank you, Carla. So yeah, I have been doing this since full-time since January of 2022. I opened my page in 2021 of July, and you know, we just kind of just doing our thing, having fun. I'm telling you, it's a little bit of addicting because you guys make it that way. I'm blaming y'all. But my page is very laid back. We like to have fun on here. I like to communicate and talk to you guys. That's probably why I'm known as the Slow Crafter. You haven't heard that in forever, Steve? That's the only way I can remember. Stalactites, because they got to hold on tight. Yeah, a little bit of science. See, we like to learn things on here. We learned about who invented glitter. His name is Henry something or other. I didn't say I remember everything, but we did learn about him one night because we don't like him. I don't even know him, but we don't like him. But yeah, we do a lot of, you know, just fun learning. And I don't know how things come up, but you know, we have the old Alexa down here, so she sometimes informs us of things. Just because we're out of curiosity, we learned about. On here, we will say jimmies too, for sprinkling. T for, see, I always said tight because you got to hold on tight, otherwise you're going to fall. That's how I always remembered it. You know. See, stalagmites, yeah, okay. That works too, right? So on here we will say sprinkles too. And I'm going to tell you, because every time we were doing, we'll say jimmies, I'm sorry. Because every time it's like, oh, sprinkled, I sprinkled. I'm like, man, that sounds like ice creams. And then we were talking about how, if you ever heard people say, call them jimmies instead of sprinkles. And some said yes and some said no. So we had to find out why they called them jimmies. My very, very, very first job as a teenager was Friendly's Ice Cream. And I'm going to tell you, that was the very first time in my household we called them sprinkles. Wait a minute, let me tell you see the little turtle up there? You see the little turtle up there? He is my mascot. So, yeah, so that was the very first time I heard the word jimmies was at that job. And I was like, I don't know what to put on your ice cream because I never heard of jimmies. What's a jimmy? I was like, you know, you have rainbow jimmies or the chocolate jimmies? I said, oh, you mean sprinkles. So, yeah, I had to learn about that. Felt like an idiot. I was 15 years old, but that's okay. So, if you guys are new, my motto on here is I'm turtle slow, not sloth slow. And it's not that I'm a slow crafter. I just run the mouth too much. But we like to have fun on here. It's not all about, you know, with cheese sandwiches, tourist attractions, flag. Ah, there you go. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Like I said, if anybody's new, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Up in my description above is the link to join Thoughts to Treasures, Crafty Friends. That is where... Carla, wait a minute. I thought you were my friend. The nerve. I know, the mouth runs too much, I'm telling you. So I am going to put 2 coats of white on this. I know I'm covering it up, but I don't want to, you know, it's just easier this way. Y'all may find, like, what in the world are you doing? Just, you know, we'll just do it. It's easier just to tape off what I need to and paint over it. And we do the back. Oh, thank you, Celeste, for the stars. I appreciate you. So I am a big believer in, you know, just following. You know, I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but you may. I always also say, if you're watching a person in an event, give them at least one more chance when they're not in an event. Because on an event, sometimes you feel rushed. You feel like you can't be yourself, especially for the newbies. A lot of people today, pretty much everybody today has been at least in one of my events, I want to say. Well, except for Pam. But I'm not sure if Pam was in any events or not. But she did awesome, and I just put paint all over my table. That's just wonderful. Let me get that up before it. We don't want a white table. We already have enough white paint everywhere. Oh, thank you, Carla. So, if anybody has any questions about what I do, you're more than welcome. I don't know if you can see all the signs up there, but I do a lot of signs, so I just kind of like, you know, events are supposed to be to show you guys, you know, newbies out there, because these are getting sprinkled to different places and we're followed by different people, meaning the crafter before us. So there may be people on there that are following through with the event, and you're going to see different people. So we kind of just talk about, well, I do at least, and I know some other people do, about what they actually do, because I know my old timers, which I don't mean old as in old. Most of them are here, and they know who me is. And we have, you know, but I try to pull things in. And you know, the funny thing is, which I wasn't going to do today because I've never done it before, and they say you should never ever do something, but you know, that doesn't bother me. If you've never done it before, don't try it on a live. But I'm so glad, because it's sitting over there. I was going to do a glass beehive. And I'm so glad that I did. There we go. Sorry guys, it froze. It froze. It said trying to reconnect. I don't know what happened. I know. Are we still good? Can you see me now? It said, for some reason, that was the first time it's happened to me in quite a while. So knock on wood that it's not going to happen again. Are we back? Mary's sending them foods again. Mary, stop. You won't make me hungry. I didn't eat yet. All right, you can see now. It just completely just started spinning. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Welcome to anybody that is new. I am sorry, that is the first time that's happened to me in a long time. I love napkins. Now, I'll tell you the story, and it means no disrespect to anybody that decoupages. I'm not a decoupager. I kind of suck at it, and the only way to get better at it is actually to do it. So, but I actually absolutely suck. But on here, I call it slapping napkins. We just slap napkins on something and call it a day. And I know darn well there is more to decoupaging than just slapping napkins. It is the humor that I have. You have to have a sense of humor with me, because I think life is way too short to be so serious about everything. And I'm definitely not going to be serious about crafting. I mean, I'm crafting, but if I can't have fun doing it, I don't want to do it. And I told Ross that right from the beginning, that if this was going to be not fun, that I was out. I was gone. I wasn't doing it. I said, I don't need to do this. You know, I wasn't sure what was going to be going online. So far I've had, it's addicting because it's so much fun. It's addicting because it's so much fun. So I'm good with that. But I call the glitter Donnie and Marie. You know, it's a little too much glitter going on. Because you know, Don, if you're old enough, you know Donnie and Marie. It's just all about the bling and all that stuff. So we call that Donnie and Marie, and we call decoupaging slapping napkins. And I'm going to tell you why we call it slapping napkins. If you're new, happy Wednesday! If you guys are new, if you already heard the story 15 times, I'm sure you'll hear it 100 more. I came on here one night after a very, very busy day, and I just wanted to do a little decoupage sign, slap a napkin on it, and call it a project. And we have Celeste Chester. Well, that so-called quick project turned into a 2-hour project. I was like, yep, here I go. I stained the board. I put the little, it wasn't even a napkin. It was a plain old, just a paper, a cardboard. I don't know what it was, a cardstock thing. Slapped it on there, decoupaged it on. It looked really nice. I was done. They were like, no. I mean, I was done in like tops 45 minutes. And everybody's like, no. It's like, well, what about putting this on it, this on it? So that project that was supposed to take me no more than 45 minutes to an hour ended up taking me 2 hours because I had to turn the Glowforge on. We created little margarita cups. We wood cups that we painted up. We got the old, I got a hair in there. We got the old Epsom salt for the margarita salt that you put on it. I mean, it just went on and on. And it was fun, though. And I'm going to tell you, I was exhausted that day. I always wanted to get off. Hey, Mary Jo! And it just ended up to be way longer than what I anticipated. So, and I asked everybody, I said, okay. Now, this is when I first started, too. This was back, you know, last year, maybe this time, maybe a little sooner. And I just said to everybody, it's like, well, you all got to explain to me. I said, how come crafters can come on, slap a napkin on something? I said, call it a project, and here I am. That's what I wanted to do, and y'all won't let me do it. Thank you, Amy Jo. I'm going to go back and get everybody that's sprinkled because, you know, that bucket down here is calling your name. All right, we're going to get this painted up. We've got our last coat of white on, and then I'm going to put my gray on. We're going to get this dried. Put the lid on. Thank you, Amy Jo, for all them sprinkles. You guys know I love them. So how is your Wednesday going? Have you been watching all the crafters? Anybody get to see any of them? Hey, Elaine, how are you, my friend? I didn't even bring a drink down here with me. And if you guys are new, I do have a Tumblr group. I do sublimation tumblers. I do shirts, signs. I do decals. I sell just the decals, tote bags. We do all kinds of stuff around here. If you are interested in my sublimation group, it's called Tumblers to Treasures. See, somebody said that to me one time, and now I keep saying it backwards. Tumblers to Treasures. You can look it up, and I can admit you in. They are expensive. They are very expensive. But I'm going to tell you, you've seen a couple of them? Awesome. Some amazing friends on there, I'm telling you. Tomorrow, Colleen, tomorrow. You will get in tomorrow. And then we will take, I might do the week after, and then we'll take a break. It depends. I gotta look at my schedule. So I do have a Cricut class, private subscription Cricut class, where we learn the use of the Cricut and all the designing elements and all that good stuff. If you are interested in any information, you are more than welcome to message me. But it is only $10 a month. I don't like to say the D word, but you know what it is. Not that D word, the other D word. It's only $10 a month for 3 classes. And eventually what it's going to turn into is, you know, I mean, we can keep going. I keep it affordable, but we do an hour every week for 3 weeks out of the month. So depending on how many weeks are in the month, if it's 5, then you get 3 out of the 5. If it's only 4, then you get 3 out of the 4. So either way you look at it, you get 3. Any way you look at it, you're going to get 3. But it might not be the first 3. So that if there's 5 weeks, I usually kind of do 1, skip 1, 1, skip 1, that kind of thing. All right, so now I am going to mark this off, and we're going to paint this half green. I mean gray, not green, gray. Let's see how thick this is. Hold on. I bet it's 1.5. It is. All right, I need to measure this off to 2 because that's where I left it. Well, let's just do it this. I don't want to put pen on there in case I don't cover it. I mean, it doesn't have to be 2 exactly, but do I want to do both sides? I think I do. We're going to stick it down here, make it even. That looks about even. Now let's see if I pulled enough off. That doesn't look even. Oh, it's the back. The back is not a biggie. I'm just going to do it all the ways around though. Alright. So now we're going to paint this all gray. I got to keep my eye on time. Oh, it's 5:25 already. Where does the time go? All I did was talk. Hey, Carolyn, how are you, my friend? All right. If you guys have never used frog tape, it's expensive, just like painter's tape, so I'm not going to lie to you about that. But I'm telling you, I've never had people say, oh, use painter's tape and put the Mod Podge down and all that good stuff. I've never had an issue. It leaves a nice crisp line. I'm very happy with it, and I like it. And of course, it's frogs, and that's even better. Alright, so we're going to paint this whole thing gray. So I'm going to have one white stripe over here. And I know I wasted painting all this, but that's okay. We're good. So I'm going to paint this whole block gray now. Oops. Oh, that's gray paint. I thought it was a... So who's got some amazing plans for the weekend? Anybody? It is, see, I'm telling you, isn't it, Linda? I recommend it. I'm going to tell you, you know, a lot of people say get the painter's tape. And honestly, painter's tape, real painter's stuff at Dollar Tree, I don't know. That'll pull everything up under it. I got some of that here, and it'll pull everything, your paint and everything, your wall, it'll take everything off. I don't know what the heck that is, but it's dangerous. But if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's and you buy the blue painter's tape, it's going to be the same price. I'm going to have to do a second coat on this. I mean, not the same price, but it's pricey. So, I said for the little bit extra, you might as well go for the frog tape and get that. Just my opinion. It's y'all's money, not mine, but you don't have to put the Mod Podge down and do the extra step. And, you know, as much time as I waste on things, you probably... I want to make sure I don't put that in the paint. trying to keep the white side white and the gray side gray. So nobody's got, see, I'm going to clean this mess up because I don't want to put this down and accidentally get it on the white side. Look at me being all careful and whatnot. Get this dry. Yeah, I'm definitely have to do a. I don't want it to be streaky. Yeah, well, I don't know yet. That looks kind of a little rustic. I don't know. Sydney, you gotta move. Come on, baby. Move. I have a silicone mouth. Connie needs a drink. I need more than a drink. Nah, I'm good. Oh, I might. Oh, yeah. Sometimes happy accidents make it look better, and I'm thinking, do I want to leave it semi? I might. Looks a little rusticy to me. And you know, Connie's all about the farmhouse look. Make sure it's all nice and dry. We are going to do the opposite side. See how it's like not really full coverage? I don't know. I'm kind of liking that. That's not what you just said. Yeah, I'm kind of. I mean, I wasn't looking for the whole dry brush thing, but I was going to make it all fully covered. But then I was like, I don't know. The more I'm liking that. So we might leave it like that. And if you guys are new, you're going to find out I do love to interact with you guys when on my normal lives. Not so much during, because, you know, time. I still will ask, hey, Jude! I still will ask people, you know, opinions or what we should use. But, gosh, I'm telling you, we can do a project and I'll ask every single color. We're good. Hey, from northern Minnesota. I am having a great day, Pat. How are you doing? Or Laura. It might be Laura. Pat and Laura. I'm assuming Laura. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't like to assume. Are we Pat or are we Laura? See? No more dark roots. I won't tell you what she calls them, what Jude calls them, but because I don't have a mouth like that. All right, we're gonna get this dry, and then we're gonna see what happens with our magic tape. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So if anybody is new, just hashtag new. Let me know where you're watching from. I do hope you will follow. I hope you'll come back. Up in the link above, or in the description above, or if you have your little overview, you'll find the link to Frosted Treasures Crafty Friends. That is where the event is being held. So you can go there and you can just refresh and you'll see the next person. Yeah, please don't tell them the chicken joke. Oh my gosh. Jude messaged the chicken joke, and I was like, all I did was give her the face palm. That's all I did. I had nothing more. And we have Mary Tayo. Oh, Mary Tayo is in. So let's. I'm gonna give you another one, but I'm gonna go with Marilyn Harton. Marilyn Harton. Mary, you're getting another one, but I'm just giving a new person something since I'm only writing it in, and I'm only in here for an hour. I gave you 2, though, so we picked 2 that buzzer. So if you guys don't know what the buzzer is, it's random. Gotcha, Melody. Yep, just throw a heart down there. From upstate New York around Syracuse. Ooh, okay. Facebook. Look, I'm going to tell you, Facebook. We all got band together. Look, now I got a frog tape so froggy. Look, it just won't even come off. We're getting it. Oh, because if I'd go at the right end. Welcome from Ontario, Canada, Rosalind. I'm going to go with Rosalind. I may be wrong, but I'm going to go with Rosalind. The GGs. All right, let me explain to you what the GGs are. We throw them on here. Oh, I got one little boo-boo, but that's okay. One little spot I'm going to touch up. I have a buzzer that goes off randomly. Between 5 and 15 minutes, it goes off every single time that I'm live. When you comment, when it goes off and whoever's comment is at the top of the screen, you get into the buzzer giveaway. The giveaway is Happy Mail from me, and we pull that on the 1st of every month. So all month long, while you're watching me, you can get in. I don't ever force anybody to comment. I don't ever force anybody to talk. But I want you to have the same chance everybody else has to get in. So, the GGs, I hope everybody's following. The GGs, the Rads, oh, that just made it look even worse. All right, let's try this. I just smeared it. So the GGs, the Rads, the XOs, You're the Best, are all fun engagement because on your end, if it works, you'll see little fist bumps come up on your screen. You have to be on an iPad, or no, you have to be on a tablet. It doesn't have to be an eye image, a phone or something of that sort. Now, I don't want to use that. Oh, whatever, I'll get that after. It probably fell on the floor. So that's all that they're for. A wonderful time, too. Right, Barbara? Barbara got another one. All right. That's better. We had one small oopsie. And I can't complain. Look how nice and crisp that is. But there was one little small oopsie right there. So I'm not going to complain about that. Oh, here it is. Let me get this before. Oh, stretch I need. It's never worked for you? See now, when I go back and look, I see them pink. But they're fun. I mean, it's just a way to, so you don't have to really talk on here. You know, there's only so many times you want to say hi. There's only so many times you try to talk and, it just feels like you're getting nowhere with somebody. So it's all good. You are welcome. So, yep, I do send Happy Mail. But the only thing I do tell everybody, be careful, be careful, be careful. Don't just constantly keep doing G, because Facebook will put you in. It does. It looks very distressed now. See? I love it. And I really wasn't going for that, but now we are. Facebook will put you in comment jail, so just be careful with that. The only thing I stress. Or post food image. Apparently that's what Mary likes to do. And for some reason on here we do end up talking a lot about food. I don't know. I didn't even measure if that's going to be big enough. It will be, all right. So now what I'm going to do is I have my little transfer and I'm going to stick it on my transfer tape. Or yes, don't constantly put stickers either. I did have the roll, and I'm probably going to go back to it and stick, because a lot of I don't mind if you put the stickers like Melody just put. That's fine. But we were having a problem where everybody's just stickers, and guys, the same thing happens too. Facebook will get you for just doing the emoji stickers. So I did cut that off for the longest time because it's really not fair. At least with GG, you have to type in something. And the stickers were just, I mean, people were just, and it's just because you can just keep clicking and clicking and clicking. And you're going to get in major, not with me, major trouble with Facebook because it will lock you out. And just like that, my decal comes off. Now I am going to use, watch out Sydney, you got to move. You're going to get the chair in your face again. I'm going to use a piece of parchment paper. And if y'all are wondering, if you're new, I do have a dog under my table. I do have a doggy down there. So I do have to get off just a few, I'm not going to get off with you guys, but just a few minutes beforehand, I do have to sprinkle in my sister, my crafty sister Sherry to the page, since this is my event. And it's okay, we got it all under control. So before I actually sign off, darn it, I did it backwards. And we're going to take it off. The vinyl will not stick to parchment paper, but you want to still tear it off nicely. You don't want to just rip it off because some of it does stick once in a while. But what I'm using the transfer or this parchment paper for is so that I can line it up. It's easier to line up, make sure it's straight where I want it to be. Now, I left this sticky part, is what I call the anchor. It's going to hold it down while I pick up the transfer. So I'm going to take my board over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down and get it to exactly where I want it to be before I actually put it down. So I'm going to move it up, I'm going to move it around, get it straight, which these lines do not help one bit. At all. The lines do not help. I do not like the lines. I never get the lines on the back of the transfer paper. If you don't put your transfer on there straight, the lines mean nothing. And it's almost a pain in the butt because you're trying to look at your decal, but you're seeing these blue lines. And it's... Do I want to go there? Do I want to bring it up a tiny bit? See, this is the part that's good for the parchment paper, because if you don't like where it is, you can move it around, get it to where you do want it to be. That's crooked. And yes, sometimes I can be a little, and I'll tell you a secret why. I only have vision in one eye, so sometimes it's hard for me to really see if it's centered or see if it's straight, because it's like I really have to concentrate. So if you all sit there and go, God, would you hurry up? That's one. Thank you, Jude. So that's one reason why I do it. It still looks crooked to me. And sometimes I'll even get out my little paper measure and we'll measure, which I may have to do because it's sorry, it's just how yeah, definitely it's a good tip to have, this parchment paper. So what I do is I don't use a ruler. I just kind of mark where it is at one point, and then I go to the other point and see if we're at the same spot. I mean, for the most, well, we need to come. Let's see if we got it now. And I know, so like I said, one reason I do it is because if you guys have never sat there and closed one eye and tried to get things straight, and we have Amanda. So if you guys did not know that about me, yep, I only have vision in one eye. That's why sometimes it really does take me a few to get things. That's pretty darn close. So you'll see me do that too. But sometimes if it wasn't for the straight letters in here, the fancy little letters kind of, you wouldn't even know it was crooked. Just a little tip. So when you pull this off, so now I've got my anchor on here, so now it's not moving. I've got this down. Don't pull too hard because it will come off. But it's going to give me the chance to now pull this parchment paper. Again, pull slowly because it can stick. It'll come off, but it can stick. So I just pull a piece down, not all of it, and then I'm going to cut. And throw that away. Don't let this just fall, but you want to push down and then rub. And you could use your little squeegee guy. You could use your little burnishing tool. If you get to know me, I don't use half of that stuff. Fingers work just as well. Some people don't feel comfortable doing it that way. I think just because I've been doing it for so many years, it comes natural. I guess I should show you all how to do it with a burnishing tool, but I don't ever think about it. So we just pull the other side up now until this releases. And again, don't just slap it down. Go right behind and push it down. Little by little, little by little, little by little. Parchment is a lifesaver. And then that way you have... Look at that. Pretty straight, huh? Pretty darn straight. I'm going to tell you, I really think that when I get on here, someone fast forwards the clock really fast. I said, oh my gosh, this is going to take me 2 minutes to do, and I'm going to have no time at all to do anything, and wham. It's already quarter of. So like I said, I always say if I don't get this completely finished, oops, see, my little R was coming up, but I wasn't paying attention. And if letters come up, just push them down and keep pulling off. You want to just do it slowly. Sometimes if the paint is a little tiny wet, it can be a problem. And for the most part, it's dry. You just want to go slowly, pull it off nicely. Sometimes if you pull it at an angle and then pull up, pull it at an angle, pull up, it helps with the vinyl also. Alright, so now I'm going to take a piece of this. So now, when I made the design and I weeded it out, I realized that my little N in thing didn't come out. Thank you, Ralph, for sprinkling the treasures. So I got my little N here. I just cut it out on another piece. You guys can see that or not. I cut it out on another piece, so I'm just going to go take my little transfer tape, grab it up, and I'm just going to line it up. And again, you can use the parchment. You don't have to use the parchment every single time if you think you can line it up. Sometimes wood grabs things easy, sometimes it doesn't. If this was on glass, I would suggest using parchment because glass will grab it, metal will grab your sticker, and sometimes there's no saving it. Sometimes wood you can move around until it's done. So then just like that, adding that little N, and it's finished. So sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes it just automatically comes up. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt, but we're, you know, it's all good. All right, so now I do want to make a little bow with this and to put on the corner. I'm not sure what yet, but we're looking here. We're looking. we're looking. Hold on. I'm trying to find. I don't know if I want to do. I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want to do that dark. I just want to do. Let's see. Okay. Isn't that saying cute? Family is not an important thing. It's everything. And I just thought this would be a cute, like, little shelf sitter. And, you know. So I think I want to. I don't want to make a huge bow. I don't even know if I want to do buffalo check. What do you guys think? Should we do... I don't want to make, like I said, I don't want, or maybe this. What do you think about doing that? And we have Sydney Pearson. It is a cute saying. That's why I said it's kind of cute. I mean, and you could leave it just like this. I was also thinking that I could, and maybe we could just do this to outline it. Is using some some ribbon down it. Maybe that's too thin, but maybe we could get a thicker one. You guys think? Or I was thinking, or this is the other thing I was thinking. See, sometimes I just never have a plan. Sometimes this is where I go, and then you like the thin one. Let's see. I'm going to use this pink one because it's going to lay flat. Let me. I'm trying to find another pink one. All right, let's do this in a second. And sometimes I do things and I just have to wait and finish it up later. Oh, this one's pretty. Look, I'm just going to cut the backs off of all of them. See, I don't know if I like that or if it's just because of the thing. Or, hold on. You like the thicker ribbon better? See, that's what I said. Everybody's got different opinions. How about if we put 3 little flowers down the side with the thinner, maybe with the thicker ribbon? What you guys think about that? You like the thin one? Jude says the thin one. Well, let's put the thin one there. Of course, you you like the pink? Deb says the thin one with the flowers. Now, of course, they're going to lay flat. I didn't cut them off. But what do you guys think of that? Instead of a bow. Or even if we just do, well, I don't know, it just seems like it needs 3. You like the thin? Let me cut these off. because we'll just throw them in the, where's the, how can I lose scissors that quickly? Oh, no. I should have flattened them out first. Jan says 2 thumbs up. Whoops. Whoops. If you guys don't know that trick, that is that tip, that is the best tip to know. We did something like that. What do you guys think? Oh, did I put him in the... I sure did. See? Jan's keeping it real with me. 6 minutes. Okay, we got 6 minutes. That's good. In a couple minutes, I will sprinkle out my crafty sister. But like I said, what do you guys think? Do you think that looks good? Jerry says pretty. Look, y'all. See, I better pay attention more on here. And we can just stick them on there like that and glue it down. You think boxwood under them? All right, let's try a thing. Like I said, we can just play. I don't glue anything. I don't glue anything until I am definitely ready to glue. Let's see. Do you think some boxwood or do you think some stuff that came off of it? Hold on. We got a few minutes to play. Oh, no, we ain't putting that on there. That's too big. That'll take over the entire thing. So I think that's too big. It's too much. Let's cut this little piece off and just see if we could do a little piece at a time and see what we got. Just to have a tiny, tiny bit of greenery under it. Kathy says she just likes the flowers. Actually, this is kind of cute. Hold. And you know, even if I don't get this all glued together, next time we meet, we will glue it. That little bit of greenery kind of does set it off. Can you guys see it? I am in an event. We are in the Thoughts and Treasures Crafty Friends. And I have 3 minutes, so I'm going to start getting my crafty sister pulled up over here. And we are going to follow over there. Do you guys like that or not? Yes to the greenery. Okay, awesome, awesome. So guys, remember, in the link above is Thoughts and Treasures Crafty Friends. And up right after me, I'm looking for her now to see if she's on. She is. We are going to... Oh, is she? I don't think she's here. Yep, we are. Okay. I'm going to sprinkle her into the group, and we are going to go over and watch Miss Sherry. Okay, we got her over there. So I am going to say thank you so much for being here with me. We are going to finish this up next time I am live, which will be tomorrow. And I still have a couple minutes, but we got Sherry in there. So once you refresh over there, she will be on. I'm gonna get her sprinkled up and ready. I like the greenery on it, just a little tiny bit on there. So, but I do want to say welcome to all my new friends today. Thank you so much for being here. We will finish this up next time we go live. And remember, thoughts become things and things become treasures. I'm gonna pick one last person. As soon as it turns 4, 5, 6 o'clock, whatever time it's, whatever 4, 5, 6 o'clock is, that's what we're going to pick one last person. That's when I'm going to go off. But I always like to say thank you to everybody for being here. I really appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And I appreciate all my new friends coming on. I hope you will come join us again. Usually I go live around 8:30, 9 o'clock Thursdays. Well, I'll be in an event this week, but usually Thursdays I actually come on at like 11 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night. So we do late night on Thursdays, just to mess it up a little bit. So, hey, Mary. Okay. No, actually it's not. I'm waiting for the keep commenting, because I'm gonna, as soon as it turns 6 o'clock, I'm gonna go over there and pick one last person. And gosh, that's like the longest minute. Every other minute of this whole time is like boom, boom, boom. And it is 6 o'clock. Lorraine White. Okay, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.